I'm glad to have the opportunity as Bishop of Georgia and a long supporter of the EQHR Center to say a few words about its importance and especially how it's impacted and helped us here in the Diocese of Georgia. When I became bishop almost 10 years ago, one of the things I realized is that clergy leaders especially, but also lay leaders, really need to have self-awareness about how their presentation of themselves impacts the people around them. And to have that feedback and to be able to understand that, that's kind of at the heart of emotional intelligence. So we very early signed up to have the EQHR Center begin to do some basic, the 4 to 5 day workshops for our clergy. And the feedback on it from the clergy was amazing. Some of them told me they went in saying, this is a little touchy-feely, I'm not sure I want to do this, whatever. But coming out of it, they said they learned so much about themselves. And we really operate under the premise, as we develop leaders here in the diocese, that leaders are only good as their self-awareness. And if a leader doesn't know how she or he comes across to other people and doesn't know their impact on other people, then they can't be effective leaders. So by 2013, this was becoming such an important part of our diocesan life that we actually began to make it mandatory for all clergy who were being ordained in the diocese or who transferred in from other dioceses to serve one of our parishes. And it's baked right into the letter of agreement that all clergy sign. And certainly all folks who are in the ordination process know that that's part and parcel of their formation and preparation for ordination. So either they will have gone through the emotional intelligence workshop laboratory before ordination or after, but they will definitely get it done. And there has not been any grumbling about that, to my knowledge, and I'm pretty aware of the grumbling when it's around about all sorts of different things in the diocese. Universally, folk have said how important this work is for their effectiveness in leading congregations. And I've found it personally to be effective when I first took the training, I guess in the early 90s. And I remember thinking that, why would I do this? It was recommended, I did it. And the feedback I got in my small group was transformative for me. And it really affected how I began to lead. I was just not aware of how my presence and my kind of presentation of myself in the life of the church really affected other people. So long ago I learned that. I continue to learn that. It's informed and shaped my leadership in the church. And now in the Diocese of Georgia, it's become really a part of our life together. And the results are just beyond words for how effective it's been in helping our clergy become better leaders and actually better human beings in their own faith life. I've had clergy tell me it's helped their marriages. It's helped the way they interact with their children. It's just been wonderful. And now we're kind of doubling down more on this, and we're doing a group facilitation and group process workshop on top of our kind of basic EQHR workshop that's beginning next year. A lot of clergy are hungry for this training. They see the benefit. For those who are new, they get words from their colleagues saying, yeah, you really need to do this. It's really good stuff. So it's not been something we've had to really force or pressure anybody to be involved in. The clergy have embraced it. They see the value of it. And I really recommend to any diocese or conference or synod of any denomination to make this really a part of your core training and support for clergy going forward. Thank you. I'm a big fan of EQHR and the work of the center.